If we come into our level and select our orbit setup actor, you'll know that this is my alternative to using the level blueprint. So it's far easier to reference this if you set this up as an actor blueprint on its own. Coming in, let's see what's in here. I tend to put my post-process component in here so that I can control it rather than just adding a volume to the world. I find it easier to have it in one place. If you've watched my videos before, you know my trick about writing reference to self to the game instance. So in a similar vein, I can access it from elsewhere. Just adding my widget and showing the mouse controller and setting the input mode to game and UI for my player controller. The other thing I'm doing here is just running an execute console command, which is our temporal AA upsampling to 0, which improves the depth of field, the way that that's rendered. So the two other custom events that I've got in here are just controlling the fade of the post-process component. So when I am interacting with the HUD, using the reference in the game instance to access these custom events to enable or disable the post-process, and then use a timeline to affect the blend weight. So it's just a simple float, 0 to 1 alpha, over 1/10 of a second. So quite quick, but it helps soften things visually. And then for fading out as well. And note that then I'm using the finished execute pin to disable after the timeline has finished. I used to be in the habit of plugging it into here and then being confused as to why it wasn't working, because it wouldn't have a chance to actually play because it would have already disabled it. So make sure you're using the finished pin, execute pin, rather than update. Like that. So that's all that's in here. So I hope that video is of use. If so, please do like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to receive any updates. And thank you for your support.
Live long.